cutting out people that don't serve you for shit. Simple in theory, but for people with large sums of like empathy and willingness to give the benefit of the doubt, it's complicated because what does it truly mean, right? Because people like me, we tend to think that okay, maybe not all people are maybe all people are good. You know, maybe all people have the potential to be like me. Maybe all people have potential to be worthy. Right? I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's easy to think about. It's easy to think about, and at the end of the day, the easiest thing to tell yourself, the easiest thing to say to yourself, and all this stuff is a lie. At the end of the day, it's not gonna get you anywhere. There's been so many people that I've just held in my life and just held and are so useless. They're nothing of what I want to be, and they're just taking up space, taking up air. And I don't want to be mean, but it's true, right? I mean, there's these people that are just like, some people don't serve you. Some people don't serve you. And all I'm going to say is stop thinking about things as empathetic. There's no such thing as empathy. Empathy is a lie. Or I guess sympathy. Sympathy. All this whole entire thing of believing that, I don't know what the word is, I don't think it's empathy though, but believing that other people can be worthy, can be good as you, can be good as you see fit, kind of go into your level of belief in all these stuff, right? Like, let me give you an example. Like, when someone, I don't know, my bad, I'm a little sick, so if you hear me a little stuffy, that's why. Um, let's say that you're, for example, I'll give you an example for me. Recently, I was, I talked to this girl for about, since the beginning of classes, so back in September. And, you know, it was hi, da, da. We got to know each other. And, you know, like, we went on a date and all this stuff, but she was like, nah, like, I'm not, she wasn't not feeling it, but she was, like, scared of commitment or some bullshit, so she was like, yeah, I need to look at my schedule, like, bullshit, just, like, telling me, like, I don't wanna go on another date and all that shit. In my opinion, it's because she was scared of commitment and all this stuff, but it could just be because she's not attracted to me. You know, I really don't give a fuck. Like, she can go fuck any countless other guys. She was annoying anyways, because of the things I was gonna tell you now. During that date, I realized that damn, this girl has no respect, no respect at all, which I believe is a whole different phenomenon, which I'll talk in another video about respect and the fact that respect has been lost, completely and utterly lost. And I'd say more in women, but shit, don't want to say this. Respect has been lost in women and a masculine, so feminine men who have been emasculated. Complete, utter, no respect at all, none. The men who have stick by their values and who are masculine, every single time, I still see them open doors. I still see them respectful. I still see them upright. Blah blah blah, and they're them. And there's so many of these like effeminate men who are just so disgruntled, who are so in their head that they can't look around them and realize what they're doing, what they're saying, what their actions are, nothing. Complete loss of respect. That's another video. that's a that's a way another video. But fucking don't know, man. I don't know. So, alright, whatever, continue. So, she had no respect, right? She had no respect and for anyone. Like, she told me that she was going to go on, the night that she went like she was like, oh, let's get dinner tonight. I was like, okay. And I was thinking, like, this girl, like, she wanted to go on a date with me. Like, I know she finds me attractive because, like, I think that a lot. I don't know, just because I'm confident. Like, I'm not gonna expect some girl to go out for dinner with me just because she wants to be my friend. I think that's bullshit. So but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But let's say this, right? Let me continue with the story. So we're talking, and she's like, we get there, and she gets there late after telling me to get there early. And I was like, I'm not gonna get there early. I'm gonna get there at 7:30, like we said. And she was like, okay. I told her I'm here at 7:30, and she was like, okay, I'll be like 5 minutes out. She shows up like 7 minutes late. I'm like, no respect, hey. And then, so we start talking, and she's like kind of in a rush. And I notice it. I'm sitting back there like just like this, having a conversation at this like Korean barbecue place. I'm just chilling, and I'm like, hey, like, are you like in a rush? Like, why do you want to like look at the menu so fast and all this stuff? Like let's talk. She was like, oh yeah, I just have to leave at like 8:30. I'm like, 8:30. I was like, it's like 7:30. Like, what are you talking about? So, oh well, I have a concert with a friend. I told her, I was like, why'd you tell me to go to dinner then if it's gonna be rushed? She said, oh, bullshit. I was like, okay, cool, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. This isn't a date then. This is just friends. So fuck off. So then we start talking this and that, and she's like ready to get. She's ready to start ordering. She asked me, and she's like, what do you want? I was like, you've been here before. You choose, but don't go too crazy. And she's like, oh, why? I was like, well, because I mean, if you think this is a date, then I'll have to pay, right? She goes, oh, like just fucking with her, right? Just like kind of teasing me. She's like, oh, like date. I didn't think about that. And I was like, well, yeah, like, I mean, why do you think we're at dinner? And she's like, oh, no, 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 no. But I was like, but you don't need to worry about that because it's not a date, so we're gonna be splitting the bill. So be careful what you order because I'm not gonna be paying for it. She goes, wait, what? What do you mean this isn't a date? I was like, you have to go at 8:30. The fuck are you talking about? This isn't a date because if it's a date, I'm committed. You are committed to all my time, and I'm committed to yours. If you're gonna leave at 8:30, that's disrespectful. And I don't want a girl who just does whatever the fuck she wants. The fuck. So continue talking this and that, and she was like, oh well, I don't want to go to the concert then. I'm like, what are you going to this concert? Who are you going with? Like your girlfriends? She goes, no, like one of my friends. And when a girl tells you when we're friends without saying a girlfriend, it's a guy. It's a guy. And I was like, with a guy. I was like, oh, so with a guy. She was like, how'd you know? I was like, so you're going with a guy? And I was like, are y'all actually friends? She goes, what do you mean? I go, if you guys are going alone, are you straight? I think so. Then he probably thinks it's a date. I wouldn't say it like that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is this bitch on? So besides the point, I'm drinking this beer. Like I drink too. Like I'm a little bit tipsy at this point. So like we start talking. Like I start getting a little flirty because I can't help it. You know what I mean? Like I see a girl with her. I'm like, I wouldn't mind just one night. Let's see. So she orders and everything, and like it's not too expensive. So I'm like, all right, if you want to make this a date, cancel the shit that you have with this fucking guy. Or I was like, I said something along those lines, like, take all this time with me. Like, you're not gonna be, if it's a date, you're not gonna be fucking going out with some random ass person. And she was like, yeah, you're right, I'm not gonna go. I was like, cool. And then later on, like, we leave, we're talking, we're walking down the street, walking to go fuck, oh, who knows, I don't know. And I like talked to her and I'm like, hey, like, did you end up telling that guy that you're not gonna go on the date? She goes, what do you mean? I was like, you're not gonna tell him? She goes, oh no, am I supposed to? At this point, I wanted to just, what the fuck are you talking about? You have no respect. So, besides the point, I don't want to get too off track. So, at this point, I realized she wasn't a good person. I realized she had no respect for people, and if you have no respect for people, you're not gonna get respect from me, because the littlest thing you can do is have respect enough to give someone the benefit of the doubt, or not the benefit of the doubt, but to inform them of stuff, to give them respect. Because although people don't deserve respect sometimes, you have to be a bigger person and give respect. Be like, you know what? Sorry, I don't like. Be just saying like, hey, sorry, I don't wanna do this. I'm sorry, but that's just how some girls are, and that's how girls are nowadays are. And at the end of the day, so we we're still like sitting next to each other in class and all this stuff. And you know, this is a very interesting class for me. Like, I read all the books, as you should. Everything has meaning. Everything has meaning. Everything. And if you think that this class is pointless because I'm like, bro, because it's not a part of my course, bullshit. Everything has meaning. Everything can have meaning. You have to derive meaning from it. You have to take away from it. So like, I would talk to her about the class because I thought she would, like, I don't know. I have nothing else to say to her. I don't want to talk to her about her day, and I don't want to hear about her bullshit. So I start talking about her day. I start talking about the books and all this stuff, and like, she pretends like she's read it, but I can obviously tell her she hasn't read it. And I was like, you haven't read it, right? Oh well, I read a little bit of it. And I was like, no, you didn't. And she's like, yeah, how do you know? I was like, cause I saw you on Spark Notes, like in the class. You think I'm fucking stupid? Like, so I realized like probably like three weeks ago that I was like, this bitch is just fucking. I can't deal with her anymore. I can't deal with her anymore. And I ended up just this week, because 3 weeks ago I talked to someone. I was like, what should I do? Because although I was self disciplined and I was going to the gym and all this stuff, it was the beginning of my thing, so I wasn't really there yet. And 2 weeks ago, like, I already wasn't talking to her. Like, at the end of one class, she said some bullshit to me, about that I'm homophobic because I don't wear lip gloss. that could be another story. That could be fucking another story. Which is just insane. The balls that people have nowadays are just insane. Just the balls that people have nowadays are just like, oof, like, the fuck are you? Wow. So I ended up so then, like, 2 weeks ago, I was like, all right. After she called me homophobic for not, or she didn't call me homophobic, but she asked me if I was homophobic for not wanting to wear lip gloss. I like stopped talking to her. After that class, I went and talked to some other girl, like, that was right there. Didn't go on my way. Like, she was kind of distracted, and I don't think she wanted to talk. Whatever, fine. I'm cool with it. And trial and error, you know. And so at the end of the day, the next class, I was like, I'm not gonna sit next to her. I get there, sit in the back, not the back, but in the back. Next class after that, sit in the back. I don't have time for this shit anymore. I don't have time. I don't give people the benefit of the doubt anymore. That's the first thing that I did. The first thing I did in a while that showed that I was like, fuck this. I have more respect for myself. And to submit myself to this torture that is that woman, that girl. And it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. And at the end of the day, it's so nice. It's so nice because when you stay in those environments, you end up, when you stay in those environments, you end up losing so many opportunities outside of it. If I had realized that after I went on a date with her and stopped sitting with her 5-6 weeks ago, I could have been talking to some other girl. I could have been talking to some hot ass girl. I could have been doing this, but no. I was a pussy and I was just like, whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna stick with her because maybe she had a bad day. Man, no. 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 That's not how you're supposed to do stuff. That's not how you do things. If someone if someone you feel you have a good instinct that this person is not going to be good for me, and I have proof someone's did one thing. My dad is always giving me 3 tries, but he told me I give people 3 tries until the 4th one. Once you're done with the 3rd one, I'm gonna go after you. Like, you fuck with me, I fuck with you after the 3rd one. And you can't be lenient in the way you give 3 strikes. You can't be lenient. Because people take advantage of your leniency. People take advantage of it. So there's a book, Machiavelli, the author, and he has this book named Prince, where he talks about the steps of becoming a prince, what it takes, what are the values, what are the systems that need to be in place, the best ones, or not the best one. He looks at kind of objectively, where he just kind of like defines things, and if you're gonna do this, you have to do that. If you're gonna be authoritarian, you have to do this. If you're gonna be that, you're gonna be that, and just outlines everything. And one of the things he says is that generosity is not a value you need to have to be a prince, and for a prince he means a leader, a king, all this stuff. Generosity is not the thing to have, because if you're always generous, the moment you do something bad, people are gonna only see you for that bad thing. Oh, he proved me wrong. He's not that. People don't give chances. Other people are fucking stupid. So this applies to this as well. You can't be generous. You can't. Because people will take advantage of it. They will. So I'm give people 3 chances, and now I'm more strict than ever. If someone does some weird shit with me, that's 1. Body language. 2 is something that they say. And 3 is the one that I'm just like, I'm done. I'm no longer taking this bullshit. I'm not. I'm only surrounding myself with good men, with people that have the same drive and passion as me, that wanna do something. They don't want to be a fucking idiot. They don't want to be effeminate. They don't want to be this fucking disgusting men that we see nowadays. Yeah. That's it. That's the video.